most powerful health foods in the world has been sitting quietly in your kitchen this whole time. Not in a capsule, not in a fancy supplement bottle, but in a simple bottle of olive oil. For thousands of years, people in Mediterranean countries have used olive oil daily. And interestingly, many of these populations have some of the lowest rates of heart disease and some of the longest life expectancies in the world. So the real question is this: is olive oil actually a superfood? Or just another cooking ingredient we've been overhyping? Today we're going to unpack the real science-backed health benefits of olive oil, why doctors and nutrition researchers keep talking about it, and most importantly, how you can start using it every single day in simple ways that improve your health. And before we finish, I'll also share a few surprising habits people in long-living Mediterranean communities use with olive oil that most people don't know about. Let's start with the basics. First, what exactly is olive oil? Olive oil comes from olives, the fruit of the olive tree. The oil is extracted by pressing the olives and separating the natural oils from the fruit pulp. But here's something many people don't realize. Not all olive oils are created equal. There are several types, but the two most common ones are extra virgin olive oil and regular olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil is the highest quality. It is made by cold pressing olives without chemicals or excessive heat. Because it's minimally processed, it keeps most of the natural antioxidants, vitamins, and beneficial plant compounds. Regular olive oil, on the other hand, is usually more refined. During processing, some of the beneficial compounds are reduced. That means if you want the maximum health benefits, extra virgin olive oil is usually the best choice. Now let's talk about the first major benefit that made olive oil famous: heart health. Heart disease is one of the leading health problems worldwide, but studies consistently show that populations that consume olive oil regularly tend to have lower rates of cardiovascular disease. One reason is the type of fat found in olive oil. Olive oil is rich in something called monounsaturated fat. This type of fat helps reduce harmful LDL cholesterol while supporting healthier HDL cholesterol levels. In simpler terms, it helps improve the balance of fats in your bloodstream. But the benefits don't stop there. Extra virgin olive oil also contains powerful antioxidants called polyphenols. These compounds help reduce inflammation and protect blood vessels from damage. When blood vessels stay flexible and healthy, the heart doesn't have to work as hard to pump blood through the body. Over time, that can make a significant difference in long-term cardiovascular health. But heart health is only the beginning. Something even more fascinating is how olive oil may support brain health. The brain is extremely sensitive to inflammation and oxidative stress. Over time, these processes can contribute to memory problems and cognitive decline. The antioxidants in olive oil help protect brain cells from this kind of damage. Some research suggests that regular consumption of extra virgin olive oil may support better memory, focus, and overall brain function as we age. In Mediterranean regions where olive oil is a daily staple, rates of certain age-related cognitive problems appear to be lower compared to many other parts of the world. That doesn't mean olive oil is a miracle cure, but it does suggest that consistent dietary habits can have a powerful long-term effect on brain health. Now here's another benefit many people don't expect. Olive oil can also support digestion. Your digestive system works best when inflammation is low and the intestinal lining is healthy. The healthy fats in olive oil help stimulate the digestive system and support smoother movement of food through the gut. Some people even take a small spoon of olive oil in the morning to help promote gentle digestion. In traditional diets, olive oil is often used in salads, vegetables, and simple meals that naturally support gut health. And when digestion improves, something interesting usually follows: better energy levels. But digestion and energy are only part of the story. Another powerful benefit of olive oil is its ability to help reduce chronic inflammation. Inflammation is the body's natural response to injury or infection. But when inflammation becomes chronic, it can contribute to many health problems. Conditions like heart disease, joint discomfort, and metabolic issues are often linked to long-term inflammation. One of the key compounds in extra virgin olive oil is called oleocanthal. This compound has been shown to have anti-inflammatory effects similar to certain medications, though in a much gentler, natural way. Regularly consuming foods that help lower inflammation can gradually improve overall health over time. But olive oil doesn't just work on the inside of the body, it also has benefits for the skin. Healthy skin relies on hydration, healthy fats, and protection from oxidative damage. The vitamin E and antioxidants in olive oil help support skin repair and protect skin cells from environmental stress. Many people notice that diets rich in healthy fats help their skin appear more hydrated and resilient. In some cultures, olive oil has even been used traditionally as a natural skin moisturizer. But perhaps one of the most intriguing benefits of olive oil is its connection to longevity. People living in regions like parts of Greece, Italy, and Spain often consume olive oil daily as a core part of their diet. These areas are known for having higher numbers of people who live into their 90s and beyond, while remaining active and independent. Researchers studying these communities often find a few common habits. They eat simple, whole foods. They stay physically active. They maintain strong social connections. And olive oil is almost always a daily ingredient in their meals. It's rarely used as a special health product. Instead, it's simply part of everyday cooking and eating. Which brings us to the most practical question. How can you actually start using olive oil daily? The good news is that it's surprisingly easy. One of the simplest ways is to drizzle extra virgin olive oil over salads, instead of using heavily processed dressings. A small amount can add flavor while delivering healthy fats and antioxidants. Another easy habit is adding olive oil to cooked vegetables. Vegetables like broccoli, spinach, carrots, and peppers taste better with a little olive oil. And the healthy fat also helps your body absorb certain vitamins more efficiently. You can also use olive oil when cooking eggs. Instead of cooking with heavily refined oils, a small amount of olive oil in the pan works well and adds subtle flavor. Another popular habit in Mediterranean cultures is dipping whole grain bread into olive oil. This simple tradition replaces butter or margarine and turns a basic snack into something much healthier. Some people even add a small drizzle of olive oil to soups or warm dishes just before serving. This preserves the delicate antioxidants that can sometimes be reduced during high-heat cooking. And here's an interesting tip many nutrition experts recommend. When buying olive oil, look for bottles labeled extra virgin and stored in dark glass. Light and heat can degrade olive oil over time, so darker bottles help protect the quality of the oil. Also, olive oil should have a fresh, slightly fruity aroma. If it smells stale or overly flat, it may have lost some of its beneficial properties. Now, one important point. Even though olive oil is healthy, it's still calorie dense. So moderation is important. A tablespoon or two a day is enough to enjoy most of the benefits without overdoing it. Think of olive oil not as something you take like medicine, but as part of a balanced way of eating. When combined with vegetables, whole foods, and an active lifestyle, small habits like this can add up to powerful long-term health improvements. And that's really the key message here. Health doesn't usually come from one miracle food. It comes from consistent, daily choices. Olive oil is simply one of those small choices that, when used regularly, may support heart health, brain function, digestion, reduced inflammation, healthier skin, and potentially even longer life. So the next time you see that bottle of olive oil in your kitchen, remember that it's more than just a cooking ingredient. It's part of a tradition that has supported healthy living for thousands of years. Sometimes the most powerful health habits are also the simplest. And adding a little olive oil to your daily routine might be one of the easiest upgrades you can make for your long-term well-being. If you found this helpful, consider sharing it with someone who cares about living a healthier life. Because small daily habits, when shared and practiced together, can change more lives than we often realize.